Part three of futures or spot commodities for Friday here. Lumber, the dollar or Canadian dollar picking up, housing in America, things of that nature. Um, I'm a fan of lumber. Natural gas, okay. This I'm going to assume is an intermediate low. Looks like a bull flag. This morning we're up smartly. Remember, these are weekly bars. So if it closes at 50% of the range, that'll be constructive in my eyes. Still have people in there. Never did get a washout. Last washout on was March or April of 13 on balance volume. So since that time, it's basically there's been a lot more accumulation. I like it. I posted a chart today of December and on StockTwits. Palladium, same thing. Getting a little bit of a turn on here. Gold's the leader of the bunch here. Platinum stuck its head through here. I did write that if you maybe say oil or gold or things of that nature, wherever you might find stragglers or what have you, get rid of the dogs if you can. Like I said, I'm a big fan of writing covered calls. You can write them for what you paid for the underlying, and you're locked in that way. And if you get called, you might pick up a buck or two extra, that kind of thing. Your mileage may vary. Okay. Still leaning. There's not that much here. Like I said, for the producers, you have to, hedge. That's all I can say. I don't see a drought for next year. El Nino. The only thing I can see is flooding, and flooding is worse than a drought. The index in general here, overall, just a bounce, a cyclical, or a bounce, nothing cyclical, definitely nothing secular. Energy, the same thing. Here's metals. Turn here, like I said, gold is leading. Livestock, probably you want to, live cows and feeders, you want to probably hedge on there, some shorts. Precious metal index, as you can see, probably a shoulder head. Could be a shoulder. It's, in my eyes, though, I just think it'll come next week to see if there's any follow through, or we're going to work on a shoulder. But it should, there's nobody in gold. Basically, the commitment of traders is pretty much flat on the turn here. Usually, I like to see turns where it's lopsided one way, like in, say, natural gas, where the funds were net short pretty hard, and then they get pinched. Silver coming alive, but I like I said, I think they might be having some industrial issues there. Remember, these are commodities. All right, soybeans, same thing. Somewhat constructive here, a narrow range, but like I mentioned before, 850 used to be. This is like the old 650 in beans, up above or below it. Now we're at 850, and if you go back and look at a longer term chart, you can see the anchor there. Sugar, I'd kind of like adding to longs, what have you, into this area, or initiate fresh ones, which are both the same thing. Wheat, narrowing here. Won't take much to go either way. That's what I like about sideways. A trend breaks out. Okay, let's take a look here at, let's go up to soybeans here real quick. And that's a weekly, go to a monthly. Okay, as you can see here now, this goes back. Okay, so this is, I'd like to go back even further, but it's holding here. Okay, kind of actually looks like the yen's trading, Japanese yen, where it's this, I'm going to assume, is a pause before it goes lower. That's what I'm going to assume here. Let's see how far back I can go. All right, so 81. Okay, so these are, each one of these moves basically drought related. Okay, and this is the secular